Okay, our next film is Deepwater Horizon. This is another docudrama, film about the killing of, I think it was 11 men working on board this oil rig.
映画に行きたい気分です。楽しみにしています。
Which was a tester. It went out and found the holes. Once it found it went out and found the oil. Once it found the oil, it drilled the hole, it capped it off. It secured it, and then another oil rig would come, hook up onto the cap, and suck the oil out. This machine, this particular oil rig, was not meant for taking oil out of the ground and using it, taking it all out of the ground and storing it or collecting it. It was just a tester and a capper. So in this film we notice that the corporation in here, British Petroleum, is dealing with a ship who did not get its maintenance checks done. It was slowly falling apart, slowly coming apart, failure after failure after failure, which was slowing things down considerably. And as a solution, instead of fixing the oil rig and putting it through its proper maintenance, BP sent out men to speed it up, to skip a few important points, like, for example, what was shown here was no maintenance was done, but they tried to speed things up by doing no tests on the sealing of cement that goes around the pipe to prevent leaks, so that they could understand what pressure levels the oil is coming up out of the ground or out of the seabed. But the cement obviously did leak. It must have had cracks or pieces missing, and the oil gas pressure escaped through the seabed through the cracks in the cement lining. Now, this is why no mud flowed out through the pipe, and even though the pressure seemed to be building up, there was no mud coming up because it was going through the seabed, and they couldn't tell through the cracks. And eventually the rig, the pressure forced its way up into the rig, smashed it apart on the inside. We see natural gas flowing up into the rig itself, getting sucked into the ventilation shafts, sent into room by room by room by room until it hit a spark, and then there was this huge detonation, and room by room by room exploded, including the hallway, one right after the other, until the whole goddamn rig went up in about maybe 40 seconds. It was just completely destroyed, and 11 men were burnt to death because of this. This is a perfect film for if you're a socialist and you're against capitalism or you're against capitalist greed. This film perfectly outlines how these companies try to put profits ahead of people and end up killing a bunch of people just so that they can gain more money. And they just don't care if they do things the right way. They just want money, and they want it now, and they want to save money, and that's all that's on their brain, to the point where they commit huge acts of sabotage on their own equipment and foolish decisions that end up just destroying the entire projects and getting people killed. This is a great movie of that. It is a docudrama. This really did happen, and it was just a disaster that surely could have been prevented just by having somebody say no to these assholes and forget about how much money you're going to lose or if they're going to fire you. You just say it can't be done this way, it should never be done this way, and then you go to the press and you leak the stories. That way you save lives and you put others ahead, and you end up saving the company money anyway because nothing goes wrong. They don't lose anything if there's no explosion and the equipment's destroyed through bad decision making. Deepwater Horizon, I highly recommend this. This will make you think about corporations and the way they operate, because most of them operate just like this.